especially if Keenan don't play, wrap it up.
All right, family, fantasy football family. This is the Fantasy Football Show with Sean, John, and Toine. For those who don't know me, I'm John. We got my man Sean to the far right. Sorry about that, y'all. My man Sean to the far right, and my main man in the middle, Toine. All right, and then family, please follow our Instagram page with The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. If you have any questions, any fantasy football questions, please leave a comment or hit us in the DM or the comment section below on this live stream. And then also subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Nation TV. Please subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell so you can get all the updates right when we drop them. All right. So let's get into it, y'all.
Listen, man. Fantasy family. All of you out there. I don't even know what to say about what I have. I don't even know what to say about the team I had out there last week, man. It's one of those weeks, man. One of those weeks. Look. It's one of those weeks to where you know I gotta wipe my shit down.
Take him to church.
But listen, man. Listen, dog. I had A-Rod. I don't even want to go through my lineup, man. I mean, listen. Look, when bye weeks happen, look, I'll give this this is a testament to the league that we play in. You know, we play in a tough league.
Tough league, man.
3-3. You can see the championship next to my name. You know what I'm saying? I won a shit before, but you know, playoffs ever since I started this business. But last week, man, I played the perfect lineup. And if you look at it, I don't know what else to say. I mean, if anybody watches, anybody not living under a rock, seeing Derrick Henry's 94-yard touchdown run, anybody not living under a rock saw Aaron Rodgers get shut down by Tampa Bay.
3.4.
So, I mean, 3.4. If it was any week that I was going to get it, it was this week. I mean, shout out to my man Kylie because he hit me this morning and he was like, you know, if there was any week you wanted that 3.4, it was this week because your team didn't come to play. And no one came to play. I mean, you see my stats up there, Mac, and you know what I'm saying? Forget you about that because I didn't even know that was coming. But my stats was up there. You know what I'm saying? My man's stats was up there. It didn't look good for nobody on my team. There's not much to say outside of them early games. I mean, Chicago's defense held me down. Chicago's defense is still out there, and then y'all need to pick them up. If Younghoe Koo is out there for anybody to scoop the Falcons kicker. He be booing them. I'm telling you.
Kickers matter. Kickers matter.
Scoop the Falcons kicker.
Kickers matter.
But outside of that, man, I mean, it didn't look good for the team this week. I mean, I had a 37-year-old ageless wonder in there at my RB1. I had a backup. Nah, man, it's not even funny, dog. Like, listen, man. I had Jamal Williams, who's the backup to one of the best running backs in the game, Aaron Jones. I had Devontae Parker in there. I'm thinking Devontae Parker will go off, but nothing to no avail. You know, like, I mean, it is what it is. Jonnu Smith got hurt. I mean, I'm hoping for better days. As everybody knows that's been following the show, I have Alvin Kamara. He was on the bye last week, so I got Alvin Kamara in there this week. Hopefully it gets a lot better, but as far as last week, I'm writing it off. If you play in a competitive league, when your bye week come up, I hope it's not as bad as mine. But
it's going to be that bad if you got
if your team looks like mine, it's going to be that.
You got the number one player in fantasy on the bye.
But yeah. I mean,
that's going to be a problem.
It's a huge.
You can't replace that. You can't replace that.
But then also, Derrick Henry putting up 39.
Yeah,
like that's
Here's the thing. For some odd reason, every single week, my team ends up playing the number one player in fantasy. I mean, you can go to week 1. I played Josh Jacobs, number one player in fantasy. Week 4, I played Joe Mixon, number one player in fantasy. Week 6, I played Derrick Henry. Checking my phone. I'm here with the fellas. And mind you, if you take fantasy as serious as I do not watch the games with your men because you will feel some type of way when you the whole conversation like, hey bro, what you think you about to? Hey bro, you want another brew? Nah, I'm good, son. I'm about to pack it up. I'm about to pack it up. I'm about to leave, dog. Like in a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about them Sunday night games. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, don't watch the games with your men if you take it as serious as I do, because that's not the move.
Just imagine. Let's
just imagine being here. Just imagine me watching that. Me losing by. I lost by damn near 100 points. I lost by damn near 100 points, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Like to where it's not fun. I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been rapping about my team, but listen. Better days going forward. I got past the bye weeks. Aaron Rodgers and Kamara not on the bye. Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers is mad about what he witnessed last week, and hopefully we can just move forward. But listen. Get past your bye weeks and don't feel bad because you're gonna take some L's. Nobody goes under. If your team goes undefeated, then you play in a terrible league, and that's point blank simple.
You play in a one-team league if you go undefeated.
I'm good. Like, goddamn, man. I mean, that's a shit show. Shit show.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah. Sean's next.
Wasn't a good week for me, man. If you've been following the show before this week, I was 5-0. So I can afford a loss or two because it's not looking good for me next week either. But if you're looking at that, you see it. It wasn't there. I had Dalvin Cook out. He got hurt with a groin injury. So I had Madison in there, my 1 o'clock games, Madison, Thielen, Mark Andrews. Nobody did anything for me this week. It was bad. Nothing this week from anybody. Look at that. The only player that produced for me was Colin Murray. Well, we're going to talk about him in a little bit. So I had Miles Sanders. He gets hurt on a 74-yard run. He fumbles. Luckily, the Eagles recovered the ball because I would have lost 2 points on that. But Miles Sanders fumbles on a 74-yard run.
Your man runs the ball for 74 yards.
74.
He's supposed to score.
Supposed to score.
Supposed to score.
He gets tackled, fumbles, and then he hurts his knee. So now he doesn't play for the rest of the game. So I missed out on those points. And now he's out next week too. So that's killing me.
It still was a close game though, man. You almost came back and pulled it out.
We almost came through. We're gonna get to the Colin Murray situation.
Anybody watch that game, man? I felt so bad.
Indy's defense, they didn't do nothing. They playing Cincy, rookie quarterback. I'm like, all right, they're gonna give me at least 10. Nothing. 4 points. Mm-hmm. Adam Thielen, he's been my best receiver, but he scored on a late touchdown. Only 3 receptions for 51 yards. Like
12.6
against Atlanta.
Don't argue.
Against Atlanta. Come on. You got to do better.
Yeah, what he's supposed
Look
to do.
At Madison. I'm thinking like
Madison was a big
the whole week. I'm like,
Madison
coming in for Cook.
Big disappointment.
Oh, I'm good right there. Like he's gonna do what he has.
That's why.
Do.
Hey, look. Don't expect what you if you think the backup gonna come in there and do. If you think the backup gonna come in there and do, I don't think Latavius Murray's gonna come in there and do what.
He's supposed to do better than 3.5.
He's better than what he did.
Better than 3.5.
Better than 3.5.
He had a couple chances on the 1 yard line. Got stopped.
Yeah,
it was just bad. And then Cooper Kupp, if you was watching that Sunday night game, Cooper Kupp dropped a for sure touchdown right in his hands. Like pitch and catch. You don't get better. They ran that play to look like that, and he dropped it. That would have won me the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then Colin Murray. We're going to move to Colin Murray now. He had a great game. I can't complain. 28 points. Mm-hmm. I can't complain. My highest score of the week. Can't complain. But DeAndre Hopkins.
He got to score.
He catches a 60-yard pass going to the end zone. If he scores, I win. This is the last day I'm going to dwell on this game. But I'm going to dwell on it right now.
My man been talking about this for a minute.
No,
man.
a lot of things could have been different, could have happened differently, and I could have won. So many things.
True.
Madison scores a touchdown. Cooper Kupp catches the pass. DeAndre Hopkins scores.
It's like
we always say, week in and week out, that's just fantasy.
any given
Fantasy.
Sunday. Any given Sunday,
Just-
man.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and like Steven said,
No. But
like Steven said on the comments,
yeah, the game
the
script.
game script. You can't run the ball when you're down 20 to
You
nothing.
can't run the ball like that.
You can't.
Like
You can't. The game script wasn't good for
Exactly.
Madison.
Hey, Steven, you shocked I watched the game with
wasn't
them
good for
because I
Madison.
don't watch the game with nobody. Like, thank you, bro. I don't.
Hey,
No,
but
we
it
ain't
wasn't
watching
a
the
good
games,
week for me.
man.
And this week,
Not watching the games no more.
I might come.
So we're not doing it next week? We're not doing it this
I
Sunday?
mean, I'm down to watch the game.
We're not doing it.
I told you. John is the only person that's gonna be like, "Hey, we looking for the games this week." Hey, bro.
Hey,
We looking for the games. Hey, look, hey, I got the 12 pack.
Hey, Nick.
Like,
Hey,
no.
hey, I don't like Justin Jefferson either, Nick. I got Adam Thielen, so you know I don't like to see that, man. I want to see Thielen score another touchdown.
Man,
But
dog.
I'm gonna close this. Next week is not looking good, so I might come back the same seat next week.
You gonna come back
and I might be mad again.
You gotta have some hope, man.
I got hope, but I might come here to next week. I got Dalvin Cook on the bye, Adam Thielen on the bye, Mark Andrews on the bye. Miles Sanders is hurt. It's not looking good this
Let's
week.
go to John, man.
But we're gonna go to John.
Oh,
You know,
man.
the only winner of this
Let's
week.
go to John.
I'm done.
All
Let's
right.
go to John.
You guys see that score up? You guys see that score up there?
Steven said Twan.
155.
Hold on. Steven said Twan needs isolation. They won't answer his phone on Sunday.
Oh,
Unless he's winning.
Hey, it's facts. Hey, don't hit me on Sundays, bro. Like, you know, like I didn't complete. If I'm winning, I'm gonna give you advice.
I'm gonna give you
I'll hit
advice.
You can text me from
Hey, Young
7
Reese.
from
Welcome,
7
Young
to
Reese.
12:59 on Sunday. I will answer any question you got. If I'm not winning, you're not getting no response.
Hey, you see Young
Hey,
Reese.
listen.
Hey, welcome, Young Reese.
Man.
Young Reese in the building. Hey, I don't need no streak of L's.
Yeah, Reese.
No streak of L's.
Reese.
Straight W's. I don't
Yeah,
like to
Reese.
see L's, man. Don't do that.
one
Young
game,
Reed.
man.
Hey,
One game.
5-1. All right.
Nah,
we
it's
moving
coming,
on to
Reese.
John.
Hey, Reese is coming, man.
All right.
Yeah, let John.
Camera right here with a close up.
Get him with the close
mother-
man. Zoom in on John. Man.
About time. Hey, now y'all know I've been struggling the past couple of weeks. Been struggling. Finally, this week I get back on track with a monster week. Monster week. All right, and I'm gonna start with my man Julio. There was some questions going into that game. Up that week, the injuries, I wasn't even sure. But when I heard he wasn't even on the injury list, I was like, man,
He ain't practiced all week, though, so I feel you.
I was like, I gotta go with my guy still. He's gonna be out there. And
Oh, my man Mo.
he prevailed for me.
I see you, D-Mo.
Demo. He prevailed for me with 29.
Boy, that boy sweating, boy. Boy hot.
He prevailed.
Boy been drinking, boy.
He prevailed with 29.7 fantasy points. And that's really, I felt like that's what got me over. And then also Desean Watson, man, finally came through out of all these weeks with the bad matchups. He was able to get right. Still it was a shootout game. So 31.6. I was loving that. And then also my sleeper guy at tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton.
And my bad to interrupt you, but I will give you this: that Trey Burton was a hell of a start.
Hell of a start.
So like he ran in the touchdown. Hey, look. Like, I mean, that boy like Kelsey last week. Bro. Hey, look, and to where it's not gonna like. Oh, trust me. If you think you about to ride, with 19.9,
Nah.
If you think you about to,
He's not going to do that every
if you think you
day.
take the points, but if Mo Ali Cox doesn't play, in your league, like I would definitely recommend starting Trey Burton at tight end over there in Indianapolis, because Phillip Rivers looks at him like.
We got comment. My man Eric. Damn, you got Gaskins on by Miles Sanders and Mostert hurt. I need to know who to start.
Adrian
Peterson, or Cam Akers.
Hold on, who the Rams play?
Or Cam Akers.
No, you're starting AP.
Start
So
AP.
you'll start AP.
Only because Cam Akers is playing the Bears. That backfield is muddled, just like AP's backfield is muddled.
Yeah, because Swift stepped up big time last year.
Swift stepped up big.
I don't think that. I think that AP is still the short yardage guy there, and I think that the Lions will move the ball. I don't even know who the Lions are playing, but I know it's not the Bears.
Yeah, Cam Akers.
I know it might be better than.
And Henderson is taking all the carries over there, so I would start AP if that's all you got. Start AP over Akers.
I would definitely
for sure. We all agree on that. All right, back to.
Go back to his weight. Yeah, go to CEH. Go to CEH. There's a reason why I want you to go to CEH.
Hey, start him next week, Reezy.
All right. Now, CEH. There was, going into that Monday night game, I was already up big, so it didn't really matter what happened. I was going to win the game. So, but I did want to see CEH. Did want to see CEH put up a good stat line.
Needed that,
which
with,
he did.
With Le'Veon Bell coming there. You needed a big game.
Yeah, he definitely needed a big game
with a bum coming in.
And he went for 2. He rushed the ball.
It's still Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. We'll get into that. We'll get into
all that. He rushed.
Whole different person now, huh?
He rushed for 26 rushing yards. 26 rushes for 161 rushing yards, 4 receptions for 8 receiving yards. Okay,
and I will give you that Le'Veon would never have a stat line.
He won't. And to be honest, I don't think
Levy might just get the. Hey, buddy, we need you, boy.
I don't think that CEH will have that many carries moving forward. But
how many carries? 26.
26 carries.
That's a
workhorse.
Andy Reid.
Look, it was raining out there. They did what they're supposed to do. Like CEH did what he was supposed to do the whole year. I think he just needed that fire. I feel like he just needed that fire of Levy is coming. Levy coming in. Like, hey, what you about to do? Like he needed that fire, bro. And he got that fire. He got that fire to where like, hey, Levy, like we're gonna see if you are who you say you are.
You gotta earn. Levy gonna come in. He gotta earn his spot.
We're gonna get all of that. We're going to get all of that this upcoming week or the week following because Levy might not play this week, but I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is definitely going to get the bulk of the carries there still.
Yeah, he will. He will.
On starting Levy.
He will. I mean, but Levy still will eat into that. I mean, over time, once he gets incremented with the offense and everything like that. But next week, I don't know. Levy might not suit up next week, but he definitely will get involved in that offense. So it was great to see CEH come through because he needed to do that. And we'll see what it looks like moving forward. But I'm definitely going to hold on to him and start him. Yeah, and then Will Fuller as well. Will Fuller, but he's been consistent all year.
As long as listening. No, you're talking about consistent all year. Hey, I'm gonna give you this, Pete. This boy bench went Will Fuller 1 year on one game, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we was like, boy, what are you doing?
Why are you benching Will Fuller?
You drafted him to be your top guy.
But no, that week that I benched him, that's when he got hurt. He got hurt and he went out that game. That was the one game.
I think he scored a touchdown that game.
He still put up points.
Nah, they didn't.
Okay.
He didn't.
Okay.
He gave me he would have 0. He was out early in that game.
So he's on your bench?
He was on my bench.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah, so
look, can you show his full lineup? No. And you don't have that because T.Y. is still hanging on by a thread. And I don't know why T.Y. is still there. But T.Y., if anybody that's been watching, T.Y. still there.
I'm still sticking with my man. There's a matchup coming up moving forward, then I'm gonna start him there. We'll get there. We'll touch on that when it comes up. But we got overall,
you had a great week.
I did my thing, great week, but I'm 2-4. So
John, man,
it's still
a long season. Hopefully, John is
still
gonna last next week too, because. Hey, man, I know Trevor don't really get to watch these Jones too much, but hey, Trev, you need to lose, man. It's because, you know what I'm saying? It's the way that things go. It's the way that things go. Like, I need my man P to lose too.
Hey, shit,
I want everybody.
It's supposed to be my man.
Supposed to be your man.
You want me to lose?
Hey, there's
like, I want you to lose too. It don't matter.
Team. I mean that from the bottom.
Fuck my
From the
damn.
bottom of it.
Nah.
From the bottom of my heart.
When
Like,
you be
no.
in close games, I actually want you to win,
I want
dog.
you to win this week. But overall, fuck your team, John.
When you be in close games, when you be in close games, I'm like, damn, I hope this nigga Tweezy pull it out. You see how you do me? Damn, yo. All right, go. He got him this week.
Get my notes ready. Let me get my notes ready. Yeah. All right, so look. Buy low. I got Juju, DJ, Jonathan, Miles, and my own Aaron Rodgers. So Juju Smith-Schuster, 194. That's the number you need to know. You want to know why?
Yes.
That's the number you need to know, 194. That's the number you need to know because that's his combined receiving total every game this year. Every game combined, it's only 194 yards total
For Juju?
for Juju. And that's a fact.
That's bad.
That's a fact.
You're supposed to be the number one receiver in a good offense.
I mean, Chase Claypool is
Hey,
there.
Claypool
you know what I'm
look
saying?
good.
Chase Claypool is there. You know,
He's a second round pick for a reason.
But I think that the matchups he got Tennessee, Dallas, and Cincinnati coming up. I think Juju
Which are
gets back
favorable
on track.
matchups.
And look, a lot of people will look at this and be like, if you got somebody in your league to where you can get Juju Smith-Schuster, get him for the low. And I mean,
Better days ahead.
get him for the low because he's going to start eating. He's going to start eating. Thank you, Reezy. That's horrible. 194 yards, like that's terrible.
What's
That's terrible.
6 games?
It's 5 through 5 games.
Through 5 games.
He had a bye.
Oh, they had a bye.
Yeah, he had a bye.
20 yards a game.
I say if you can
Hey, that's bad.
if you can get like your wide receiver 3 or your flex, if you can ship him for Juju straight up, you need to get him off Bucks. DJ Moore, like DJ Moore is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know in my league, I got DJ Moore, but I'm not shipping DJ Moore. I like what's going on with DJ Moore. He had 186 yards receiving over his last 2 games and finally getting the targets that he needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this is more about
next week.
This is more about me thinking that Carolina's games coming up, that he's going to be down in a lot of games. You're going to get those garbage time points, just like Justin Jefferson, who I'm not a believer in.
Hey, what did we tell him before? Earlier, we told him you want your wide receiver to be down.
You want your wide receiver to be down because they're going to have to throw and
they
they're going
throw
to be
the
in
ball.
there.
Like you don't want your receiver. You don't want that team to be.
As the schedule gets tougher,
you want them to be coming back.
You're going to want DJ Moore, but DJ Moore had 11 targets last week. He had 93 yards. He had 93 yards in the last 2 weeks. It's 186 yards over the last 2 weeks, and he had a touchdown against the Falcons. He got the Falcons coming up in 2 weeks, so you know what I'm saying. If you could take advantage and get him, like he's going to overtake Roby Anderson. I'm telling you right now.
I don't know. Roby look good out there.
Roby look good too. Roby look good.
I think they both can ball over there.
You can say that, but I mean, Roby didn't do too much last game either. So
yeah, I feel like they both.
The numbers. Look at that.
Look,
Jonathan Taylor hasn't had 100 yards since week 2.
Since week 2, he's getting
week
carries.
2.
What's going on over there?
He's getting everything, but you know what I'm saying. I think that if you can get him, the Colts still have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. It's not going away. So if you can get him, you can get him. Miles Sanders got injured last week. He's not playing this week. So
tell me about it.
If you got somebody in your league, the guy in our league sitting to my right is not giving up Miles Sanders. So if you're in my league and you think you're gonna get Miles Sanders,
no,
shut it down. Listen. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got somebody in your league that plays fantasy, you could try to get Miles Sanders. I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say buy low. You're gonna have to necessarily sell your wide receiver 2 or so and give up another player, but in the end, it's going to work out for Miles Sanders because he has a lot of matchups.
Good matchups.
That's going to match up.
Good matchups.
He had a 71 yard carry against Baltimore and a 72-yard carry against Pittsburgh. Like imagine what he's about to do to get some regulars.
Yeah, and the way you negotiate that,
he's going to eat. He's the guy. He's the only guy. Boston Scott. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
I was gonna say, but the way you negotiate that with the buy low is with Miles Sanders, you can always go to that person and say, "Hey, Miles Sanders about to be out for the next 3 weeks." So you're talking about they're saying 2 games, and then they got a bye week coming up.
So then they got a bye. That's 3 weeks. You won't see Miles Sanders.
You won't see him for 3 weeks.
That's
a negotiation.
Tell me about it.
You negotiate.
That's a great point.
Terrible.
Yeah. So
I need him this week.
That's a great point. I'll give you that. I will give you that. But If you got somebody who's like, I'm in win now, they're 1-4.
Desperate.
They're one in.
Find those desperate teams.
1-5, 2-4 right now. You need to get that. You need to get Miles Sanders if you can.
Hey, Eric,
if you can ship whatever you can.
Eric, Sanders going to eat. Just wait for it.
And my Aaron Rodgers was rolling. And everybody seen it. Everybody knew that Aaron Rodgers was steamrolling through everybody, like saving me, saving me.
He looked
saving
like
me games.
He looked like Aaron Rodgers in 2009.
He looked like MVP Aaron Rodgers. But I mean, he met the Tampa Bay defense in it, and Tampa Bay defense is no slouch. But I think Aaron Rodgers is mad, and if you can get somebody who was like, damn, I think Aaron Rodgers wasn't the guy. If you can get Aaron Rodgers for the low, I think you need to go out there and try to get Aaron Rodgers. I really do.
And then try to get him this week because they're going against the Houston.
This is your window. If anybody wants to get Aaron Rodgers, this is your window to get Aaron Rodgers because he's going to have another bad game, just like my man. Hey, shout out to my man Ross because my man Ross said it's about 2 bad games, and he's going to have one more bad game. And in our league, I'm not trading Aaron Rodgers, so fuck y'all. But at the end of the day, if you in your league, in your second league or whatever you in,
hey, Demo,
you can get A-Rod, and you know what I'm saying.
Dion has a question.
Man,
will I be good? Will I be good starting Tua?
No.
I wouldn't. I would wait and see what he does in that offense. I wouldn't start him right away.
Listen. Let's go to my sell high. Move right along. We gotta speed this up because I gotta speed through this low key. So look, James Robinson, Joe Mixon, Deandre Swift, Rob Gronkowski, AJ Green. So look, James Robinson. If y'all seen my buy low sell highs, he was on my sell highs 3 weeks ago too for week 4. But James Robinson has 123 yards combined in the last 2 games. And that was against Houston and Detroit's defensive special teams. Like his schedule gets tougher. His schedule gets tougher. He's not the guy. Like save for his last touchdown. Save for that one touchdown that he got last week. Like he averages 7.
Tell me about it.
7.4. He averages 7.4 half PPR points over the last 2 weeks. Like that's not what you want in your lineup. No, that's not what you want. Like you want if anybody's in your lineup, you want them to get 12 or more. Because 12. Especially if you're playing PPR. If you're playing state, then I see. That might get by. But that's not it.
Because his volume has been good.
That's not it.
But his talent. I told Trevor. He asked me last week, who do you start? He set Joe Mixon over. I think Joe Mixon put up more points. But still, he started James Robinson over Joe Mixon. I told him, I go talent first over matchup. If I think a guy is better, I'm starting a guy that I think is better. Not the guy that has the better matchup. I'm starting the more talented player. That's how I go about it.
True. All right. I'll give you that. My number two guy, Joe Mixon. Like, honestly, who would have thought that Giovanni Bernard would have scored inside the 10-yard line for the Cincinnati Bengals?
Nobody. If I own Joe Mixon, I'm mad.
Save for one game. Save. Bro.
Giovanni Bernard. I was like, what? But what I will say is I don't agree with him at a sell high. Joe Mixon.
Save for one game. Joe Mixon hasn't done anything this year.
What you holding on to?
One game.
He's not a sell high for me.
He's a Kenyon Drake. He's Kenyon Drake.
I'm not going to put him in Kenyon Drake territory, bro. He's better than Kenyon Drake. Like I just said, he's a better talent. And what Joe Mixon did the same thing last year.
So what do you think? What do you think you can? What do you think you can get?
Season,
what do you think you can get for Joe Mixon?
But the last 5 games,
what do you get?
What are you expecting for Joe Mixon?
What are you getting for Joe Mixon?
What do you expect to when you talk about sell high? You're about selling them high, right?
Yeah, trade.
What do you expect to get from him for him?
Yeah, his value is not too high.
He's a wide receiver 2. He's only had one great game. He put up 39.
So how can you sell game? How can you sell him high?
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. How can you sell him high?
But how the rest of the game?
Sell him high.
The rest of the game.
So you would go out. You would go out and sell high on him.
Your RB1.
No,
a lot of people drafted.
But look, what John is saying, sell high.
A lot of people drafted.
Sell high means you're going to get good players for him.
Yes. Coming off of last week.
I'm saying, who do you think you can get for him?
But now after this, look.
Who do you think you're going to get
for him?
And then he got hurt.
I mean, but he was healthy for the rest of the game. The coach said they didn't put him in because they like Giovanni Bernard.
Coach said he was healthy.
And the 2-minute drill better than Joe Mixon. He was ready to go back in. So he's going to play this week.
And the Bengals offense, which looks good.
Looks okay.
Safe. Okay, it looks okay. Thank you. It
looks okay.
I'll take that. In the Bengals offense, that looks okay. Mm-hmm. This man had one game that he had 39. The rest of the games, he had what? The highest he had was no more than 16 points.
So what I'm saying,
no more.
You should have sold him high last week. You should have sell him high last week, not this week.
PPR.
After Joe this week, his value goes down.
How many games? How many games has he rushed over 100 yards?
His value went down.
How many games has Joe Mixon rushed over 100 yards this season? How many? One.
Sell high.
One.
No, after last week. After last week,
sell high on him though. You saying he's sell high on him? How can I sell high on him? All right, week 1, 19 attempts, 69 rushing yards. Week 2, 16 rushes, 46 rushing yards.
Okay.
Philly, 17 rushes, 49. How can you sell high on that, bro? Week 4, okay, he went for 151.
Yeah, last week you went for 151.
He went for last week. That's the 1 week. How can you sell high on that?
Not this week.
How many fantasy points did he have this year? In half PPR.
Bro,
and last week.
No, his value is down right now. Joe Mixon's value is down right now.
All right, now you want to ignore it. He want to ignore it. He want to ignore it. No, I don't agree.
His value's down right now.
Oh, so you're keeping Joe Mixon?
I will hold him right now.
Or he'll probably be a buy low. I'm trying to buy low.
I will hold Joe Mixon right now.
Okay,
yeah.
Hold Joe Mixon.
Hold Joe Mixon.
All right, top 10.
Is he going to finish top 10?
Yes.
He could. Yes.
Want to bet on that?
No, I'm not.
Now you want to ignore it.
Oh, now you want to ignore it. No,
he's not
a sell high, bro. He's not a sell high.
Here we go.
Move on like you was
not a sell high.
Go ahead, nobody wants to do it.
Go ahead, move on.
You can't sell Joe Mixon right now, bro.
When the bread is on the line, nobody wants to do it.
You can't sell Joe Mixon right now.
Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it.
You want to hold Joe Mixon right now.
I bet $10. Y'all got that.
You want to hold Joe Mixon right now.
Y'all got that. You got $10.
For what?
You got it $10.
Oh, you always
you got it $10 to bet that Joe Mixon.
He said,
"No, I'm not betting that."
No, you don't want to bet that Joe Mixon finish top.
Nah.
He said what he said.
No, that's nonsense.
But what does that mean?
Hey,
I'm just saying he's not. You can't sell him real high right now.
You can't. But
he only had one good game this whole season.
Move on.
How many points you have last week?
I'm saying last week you could have sold him high.
How many points you have last week?
This is not a sell high week for Joe Mixon.
You know.
Right now you hold Joe Mixon and wait for another game. Then you can sell him high.
How long are you waiting?
What do you mean? Or buy him low. He's not a sell high.
How long you waiting?
Or buy low.
How long you waiting?
What do you mean how long you waiting? You talking about selling high. You can't sell them high right now. That's all I'm saying.
How long are you waiting?
Well, what do you...
You're not answering my question.
Toine, if you were saying this last week,
I'm waiting for it. And there we are, guys.
All right.
And there we are.
Right,
so Deandre Swift had a big game last week. People fail to realize that, you know what I'm saying, AP had 10 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown in that game too. So, I mean, he broke off a long run. Deandre Swift had a long run in that game, but I still don't think that we figured out
would you sell Juju for Debo? That's tough.
Hey, that's pretty even.
You know what? I would keep Debo. Would I sell Juju for Debo? Now, if somebody's offering you Debo, I would make that trade. Because I think, okay, you got those 3 games with Juju, but I think Debo's going to be more consistent than Juju moving forward. My opinion.
This question comes down to what you think
Debo
about.
will be more consistent.
I think this question comes down to what you think about what you think about Chase Claypool. And I don't think that Chase Claypool can stay as efficient as he is now.
Oh no!
I think that he's looking good.
You can't run in the round.
After last week, I'm like, Claypool is never good. Oh. Then he has another good week. I don't know.
Claypool scored 2 rush touchdowns in 2 weeks. He's not going to be running in the rounds all week.
Why not?
Maybe because
Debo does it. That's what Debo does, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what. That's a
like Debo is not a guy that's going to go out there and get 10 targets. He's a guy that plays within the San Francisco offense.
He's a proven receiver that
he plays within the offense. They run in rounds.
I think that's straight up. I think that's straight up. I think they finished pretty even.
Shane, like If you got Juju, just keep him.
If it's a package deal, then I see that's one
if
thing.
You got Juju for Debo, no.
I don't know.
Keep
I
Juju.
mean, straight up, I can't be mad either way.
Either way.
That's
I mean,
great.
If you make the trade, I'm not gonna be like that's a bad trade.
My personal opinion, I would keep Juju.
I would
keep Juju.
But that was a good question.
That's a good question.
I would keep
that's a
Juju.
great question. That's a great question. All right, so look, DeAndre Swift. I don't know. I don't know about DeAndre Swift only because, you know what I'm saying, like, I mean, AP had 15 carries. My bad. AP had 15 carries in that.
Damn, 15.
And that's if Swift doesn't break those long runs, then you don't know what you're gonna get from Swift.
Now with this DeAndre Swift, I agree with the sell high. I'm just gonna say that
too.
I agree.
Sell high.
And if you, I'll move on to Rob Gronkowski. I'm gonna move on to Rob Gronkowski. If you had Rob Gronkowski on your team still. Like I don't know. But I mean, like, if you have Rob, like, this is it. I think this might be it.
Sell him.
Yeah, this is a week.
I'm not gonna say
I agree with that one too.
I might not say this is it for Rob. I mean, but I'm
sell
saying
him.
this is it. Like you gotta get rid of him because through 5 games, you ain't seen nothing from Rob Gronkowski outside of this one blowout against the Packers, and it was just like, fuck it, we're done. And AJ Green had finally had a good game, but I think that T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are still the guys in that offense. I still think that Tyler Boyd is still the number one guy. T. Higgins is coming into his own. The more that T. Higgins gets reps, the more that AJ Green gets phased out, and the more that Joe Burrow is like, look, bro, like you're I fuck with you, but you know what I'm saying, like.
AJ Green's a guy that he needs targets.
To me, Burrow, he's not the number one guy to me. Is 8
catches for 93 yards is like really that's
solid.
That's it's solid.
So sell him high now.
Yeah. That's 10. Yeah, wide receiver 3.
No, he's not even a wide receiver 3. AJ Green, he's a flex play.
He's a bye week fill-in.
Yeah. If you can sell him high,
bye week fill-in.
If you can sell him high for like a tight end or somebody like that.
But nah, man. I mean,
sell him.
Outside of that, man, we're moving on. We're moving on to the stardom sit-em. So, like, I mean, it was what it was, bro.
All right. Stardom sit-ems. Y'all. Try to break this down. We'll start with the quarterbacks first. Matthew Stafford versus Atlanta. Matthew Stafford has been a sneaky play all week, but for me, he's a matchup guy. So Atlanta, we already know with them, it's just been ridiculous on defense. They've been giving up big points to the quarterback.
Except for Minnesota.
But other than Minnesota, man, they've been averaging. The quarterback's been averaging over 20 points.
They gave up a good game to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
eventually. But yeah, they've been averaging. I mean,
garbage.
The quarterbacks going against Atlanta.
That's what it's about.
It's been over 20 points.
Be a little bit biased
so
here, but.
That's why I got him at a stardom this week going against Atlanta. Then Teddy Bridgewater versus New Orleans. Now, for people that have been watching the show from the beginning, I was on New Orleans defense. Now I'm off that bandwagon. I'm not rocking with New Orleans.
Fantasy is a weekly game, man.
I hopped off that bandwagon. I ain't on that no more. Their defense is not looking good the past couple weeks. So,
no comment.
Yeah. Now we'll get into receivers. I do like Roby at wide receiver, but we'll get into that further down the line. Justin Herbert has been looking good. Jacksonville's defense has been trash. Herbert's gonna be able to move the ball on them. So that's a starting for me.
Like Justin,
then running back.
There go your question, Reezy. Justin Herbert, he's a matchup.
We had a question.
Yeah, he's a matchup play.
He's gonna eat.
He's a matchup play.
He's gonna eat versus Jackson.
I'll tell you that right now. With or without Keenan, he's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat.
He's a matchup play, Reezy. No, you can't start him every week, but if he has a good matchup, start him.
And then should he be a sell high? I don't know about that.
You can't really sell. You can't sell quarterbacks.
Yeah, it'd be hard to sell him
unless
high.
they're like a Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, those type of guys. Colin Murray. You can't sell a quarterback high. Not Justin Herbert. He's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get too much for him.
Right.
So keep him.
Moving along, Justin Jackson going versus Jacksonville. Now I know you got Kelly over there, but Justin Jackson out-carried Kelly last week, and I think that continues moving into this game versus Jacksonville. Justin Jackson, I think he's going to be a guy. I feel like both Kelly and them can both coexist and put up solid numbers this week versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville's D is trash. Like you'll see on my list.
Trash.
Jacksonville, I mean, that's the team that I'm going against. Like I said, going against Jacksonville, that's the team you want to start guys against, Jacksonville. Moving forward, Ronald Jones going against Vegas. He had a good week last week, and I feel like he does that again. Now that's all depending on Fournette. I think he's still going to get his work.
Start Ronald Jones.
He's still going to get his work.
Fournette is not in the picture no more. Ronald Jones is the guy in Tampa.
He is.
He's
that's
getting the carries.
That's why I got him.
Fournette there or not, like he's the guy.
Yeah. So I definitely see him doing big things moving forward. So then Christian Kirk, Deandre Swift, Toine touched on him earlier, and I think he continues doing what he does. I mean, did he put up 22 point something this week? I don't think so, but I feel like he puts up a solid stat line, and with Deandre Hopkins on the other side, that's going to be beneficial to Christian Kirk. So I feel like he's going to do his thing. T. Higgins, we discussed T. Higgins as well. Burrow's looking his way. I think
he's establishing himself.
Yeah, he's establishing himself. So Burrow, to me, I feel like that's his number one guy. He's going to, and it's going to continue. They went against Indianapolis last week, and what he did versus Indianapolis against a solid defense. And then you're talking about Cleveland this week. Yeah, he's going to do his thing. Oh, we got a question?
Oh, no.
All
for
right.
Dalton Schultz. Wait till we get down there.
Robbie Anderson versus New Orleans.
Why you not starting Lamar?
No, he is starting.
He said he ain't starting Lamar.
Nah, I got Lamar. He said he's not starting Justin Herbert.
Oh, okay, yeah. About to say my bad.
You're not starting Lamar, or you starting Lamar?
Ain't starting.
Yeah. You're not starting Herbert.
Nah, man, of course not.
You're
not, man. Like, and keep going. My bad, John. I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Man.
Yeah, you good. Bro, come on now, bro. All right, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
On that one side, you're gonna have Marshawn Lattimore on your boy. So I don't like him, but Robbie, he's gonna be solid. Robbie.
Right.
Robbie, he's gonna be a solid guy coming into this week. Tight ends, Dalton Schultz.
We got something from Steven. Got something for you.
Been trash too. No, go
ahead. He looked all right last week. I'm not gonna lie. He looked all right. He was getting big.
He was getting targeted. Now he's going against the Skins, which give up. I mean, they give up big points against the tight end. Big points. I want to say they're ranked like 30 or 31st against the tight end. So this will be a week 2 start.
I mean, if you got any Dallas Cowboys players, start them.
Yeah,
this is the week.
And then I feel like
Washington defense is just trash.
I'm not saying the Washington defense is trash.
This is where I need you right now.
They're not trash, but it's Washington.
They're not trash.
They give up plays, bro.
They do.
Our defense.
They give up plays.
Dallas is a shit show.
But do I have our beloved?
I bet Andy Dalton look like Dak Prescott out there
winning.
Andy Dalton is a shit show. Andy Dalton gonna look like Dak Prescott out there.
Dallas is a shit show.
Andy Dalton gonna look like Dak Prescott out there, bro.
I got us winning this week. Yes.
I got us getting after the quarterback this week.
I got us winning this week. But I think that we're gonna put up enough points to where they're gonna have to move the ball. They're gonna have to throw the ball. So somebody's gonna get targeted. So Schultz, yes. Schultz, yes. I'm going with him.
Look at this shit.
Robert Tonyan going against Houston. I'm gonna take that matchup. He had an off week last week against Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay, that's a
Washington
good defense.
pass defense is trash. Trash.
Yes. Then, all right. Then defense, but I do have Washington's defense as a stardom. I do have him as a stardom because I do think they're going to get to the quarterback. There's going to be a couple sacks there. Dalton, he gives up sacks week in, week out. I mean, when he was starting with the Cincinnati Bengals, he gave a lot of sacks. So I would definitely put Washington in there. You wouldn't? Why not?
Nah, man.
You said, do you have as a start?
I feel you, bro.
Why not?
But
Mo, if you can explain yourself in the comments, please. We'll come back to you.
I'm saying if you're streaming defenses, they're not one of the top starts of the week. But if you're streaming, you can start the Redskins defense, man. If you're streaming,
okay. But you have Sean, you have Dallas's defense.
Yeah, I mean,
would you rather have Dallas defense or Washington's defense?
Dallas any day. Just because
hell no.
It's the Redskins. No. I mean, it's the Washington football team, man.
Hell no. No, I'm not.
Like,
I would go.
What good have we did in the last 10 years? Like,
if you listen to Sean, you would think that he's not a Washington football team fan.
What? I'm not going. Hey, me personally, I'm not going to speak. Bro. I'm not going to speak as a fan on this show. I'm going to speak as a realist. And the Washington football team sucks. Like I told y'all before earlier this season, y'all said we win in 6 games. Yeah, right. We'd be lucky if we win 3. Like I told y'all that already. But, so you don't think Chase Young, you don't think Jonathan Allen or any of those guys? I don't think they were going to get after Dallas.
You don't think they can get after Andy Dalton?
Moving on.
All right,
moving on.
We'll see what happens Sunday. This is great. Hey. This is great content right here.
Great content.
We'll go back. We'll have to. Yeah, we'll go back. Most definitely.
I pray that you're right.
No touchdown.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like as an Washington football team fan,
could this be another New Orleans situation here?
Right.
Why is Deandre Mohegan Mo? You got a lot to say for a guy that doesn't play fantasy.
Chase
who? I love it though.
You just trying to stir the pot.
I love it.
Listen. Hell no.
Chase who?
They're gonna have a fucking field day.
All right, let's
get right. Let's get right game for Dallas. Get right game.
I'm gonna run through this quick. All right, Los Angeles Rams versus Chicago. I'm liking Los Angeles Rams. I don't think that Chicago is gonna really do much. I think it's gonna be one of those low scoring type games. I don't think that Los Angeles is gonna score as much, and it's just gonna be a nasty game. So I think the Rams will be able to give you some solid defensive points, and then also the Los Angeles Chargers going against Jacksonville. Like I said, Jacksonville is just trash.
Real quick.
What's up?
Give me 3 players on the Chargers defense.
It doesn't.
No, it matters.
I can give you.
It matters.
I can give you 3 players.
No.
I give you 3 players.
No. It matters. No, it matters.
Wait.
Hold on. It matters.
Why does it?
Give me 3 players on the Chargers defense.
But give me solid players on Jacksonville's.
Why are you saying?
Because
it's not going to happen.
The Chargers they've been pretty well. I mean, defenses is going to be hard to strain overall because if you're looking for somebody that can come in there and that, like Jacksonville's defense, I had Detroit. Name somebody on Detroit's defense that is worthy.
Jacksonville.
No, but who did Jacksonville play last week?
We talking about streaming.
Detroit.
We're not going to talk about the best.
Would you have started Detroit's defense against Jacksonville last week?
Did Jacksonville lose Carolina?
Did they lose? Did they lose to Detroit? Did Jacksonville lose to Detroit last week?
Jacksonville lose Carolina.
Did Jacksonville lose to Detroit last week?
I mean,
yes, they did.
If you're streaming defense,
you want
how many
points that
I'm taking the Chargers
defense put up last week against Jacksonville? Who's on their defense? Who can you name 3 people on Detroit's defense? No, you can't.
I can't name one.
Can't.
No bullshit.
But what did they put up? 10. They gave you a solid 10 last week. And do I think the Chargers defense is a little bit better than Detroit's?
But you can't name 3 players on their defense.
But you can't name 3 on Detroit's, and they put up 10 last week. So what are you saying? Like,
where's the game at?
There's no fans in the stadium. Really, it doesn't really matter.
It does matter. It matters. It matters, bro.
It doesn't really matter.
Bro, it matters. It matters. Oh, listen.
I'm going. I see you, Debo. And Xavier Howard lead the league in picks, or easy. Not Kendall Fuller, man. So if you're expecting the big week out of the Washington football team, stop it. I see you, Demo, with the stat chat.
I'm asking you a question too. I'm asking you one back.
Yeah, I don't know, bull.
Yeah,
I can't give you 3. But you can't give me 3.
I can't give you 3.
You have as a starter on a solid defense.
Well, it don't matter though.
Okay, but what has Jacksonville done to show that they can move the ball offense?
All right, we're gonna go to the sit-ems.
We'll go to the sit-ems. Let's go to the sit-ems.
The Chargers is a good stream this week. They're a good stream this week. I don't like Jarvis Landry on there.
Bro. Yeah, get your phone back. Get your phone back. Guys, bad.
You gotta hold it.
All right. Gardner Minshew going against the Chargers. like I said, the
1,000%.
Chargers
Right,
defense, I
here's
feel
right
like
now.
they're going to do
Going
something.
to use the bathroom, Mitchell.
They're going to be able to.
You said Gardner Minshew.
Like,
All right, I'm gonna go through these quickly. All right, Gardner Minshew. We already talked about the defense. I don't like it. We'll move forward. Derek Carr played Tampa Bay. We saw what Aaron Rodgers couldn't do versus Tampa Bay. Do I think Derek Carr is going to do better than that?
I agree with you downgrading Ryan Tannehill.
Oh,
They're going against Pittsburgh.
I agree with it.
I mean, but Pittsburgh's defense, their secondary ain't been stopping shit.
I think that Ryan Tannehill is matchup proof. So kind of, I'm kind of 50-50 there.
I agree with that.
Dog, I like Ryan Tannehill.
I like him too this week.
Like, bro, I don't think that there's because if you focus on the run, he goes to AJ. He goes to AJ Brown. He goes to Jonnu Smith. He goes to Corey Davis. He goes to.
I like Ryan Tannehill too.
Anthony Firk, sir, had fucking 109.
Pittsburgh's defense been giving up points. Like they've been stopping the run, but they've been giving up points. When it comes to passing,
they're playing Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry. Like, I mean, next.
I mean, I see. We're
gonna run through these. We're gonna run through these real quick. I'm not gonna be too long.
Arby's.
Le'Veon Bell going against Denver. I sit him because we're not even sure if he's even gonna play.
Oh, we didn't talk about Antonio Gibson, but you want to skip to Le'Veon Bell?
Antonio Gibson.
We got two Le'Veon Bell haters here, guys. Okay, so
what? Le'Veon's done. You heard it here first.
Gibson,
you heard it here first.
I'll go there.
You think you're gonna do something to KC? If you're a Le'Veon Bell owner out there, you think you're gonna do something to KC? He's not.
Okay, what are you expecting from Le'Veon to KC?
He's gonna play the backup role, and he's gonna get some goal line touches.
That's it.
That's it.
Just goes to goal line touches.
He's a backup role.
Just goal line touches.
No, I said he's gonna get some touches in the game, but he's not gonna get more than 10.
You think
I agree with that. I agree with
more
that.
than 10 touches per game.
Over CH? No.
I guarantee you that Le'Veon Bell has more than 10 touches per game.
He's not, bro.
You want to bet?
I'm not gonna sit here and just bet on everything.
Where your mouth is.
Hey, here we go.
Always wants to make a bet.
No.
With every single disagreement that we have, you want to make a bet.
It's a disagreement, bro. I don't believe.
What do you mean? But all y'all niggas back down whenever I put bread on the table.
That's not true.
Y'all just talking out your ass.
How many bets we got on that?
You're saying that he averages 10 touches?
How many bets we got on Le'Veon?
He's going to average 10 touches.
He's going to average 10 touches a game
for the rest of the season.
You saying he's going to average 10 touches a game for the rest of the season?
I guarantee you averages more than 10 touches for the rest of the season.
Bet.
For the rest.
About 10.
10 touches?
Yes.
They have the ball for like 80 fucking plays. You think Le'Veon gonna get 10 of those?
And they have Tyreek Hill. They have CH. They have Kelsey.
Exactly.
They have Harmon.
Yes. And they wanted Le'Veon Bell for a reason.
And they wanted
How much are they paying him?
They wanted
LaShawn McCoy last year.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Nothing.
You're comparing LaShawn McCoy to Le'Veon Bell.
Well, LaShawn McCoy been more consistent than Le'Veon Bell.
Oh my God!
LaShawn McCoy.
Here's the thing.
LaShawn McCoy has been way more consistent than Le'Veon Bell.
All right.
Le'Veon Bell is 28 years old.
Let's keep it a buck.
28.
How old?
How long do running backs last? 30?
How old is LaShawn McCoy? I'll wait. I'm gonna wait on this.
Who's the better overall running back? McCoy or Levy?
McCoy or Levy? Tell me. Overall. Tell me.
Who's been a better fantasy player?
Tell me.
I'm going LaShawn McCoy.
Le'Veon Bell was
going LaShawn McCoy.
He was in the
great to the Deshaun Jackson days, the Michael Vick days. LaShawn McCoy didn't ball.
Once he left Pittsburgh, it was over. All right. Let's move on. No.
Injury prone Levy.
No.
Fuck Levy, bro. He's not the guy.
No, nigga.
I've been telling you this since how long, man?
You're in your fucking
feelings. How long have we been going for?
You're in your fucking feelings because the man went to the best team.
Since preseason. What does that mean?
It's going to look a lot better than it did in New York, boy. That's why. That's what that means, nigga.
All right. I'm going to give y'all this stat out there. If you're watching and you play football before in your life,
okay,
Le'Veon Bell had 264 carries, right? 264 with the Jets in 1 year. He played all 16 games. You know his longest rush was?
All 16 games.
He did. Last year he played all 16 games.
Bet the down.
15 games.
Bet the down.
All right, he played 15 games.
So what are you saying?
He had 264 rushes. His longest rush was 19 yards. And last week, a guy that probably had 15 carries with the Jets had a rush of 30 yards. He had 264 yards, 264 rushes. That means carries to get handoffs to get more than 19 yards.
Was the starter?
He couldn't do it.
Was the starter
19
in there?
yards.
Was the starter in there?
19 yards.
Was the starter in there? Was the starter in there during garbage time?
It's no excuse for that.
Please, there's no excuse for
excuse
that.
for that.
There's no excuse for that, bro.
No excuse for
You
that.
niggas are born Levy haters. Like
you're born blood. Levy
It's in your blood.
lover.
It's in your blood. It's in your
What are you
blood.
talking
It's
about?
in your blood. This nigga went to the best team. You're trying to tell me this nigga's not going to have a carry?
You went to
longer
the
than
best
20
team.
yards? You want to bet a dub that this nigga has a carry longer than 20 yards?
We said he's
You
gonna
wanna
average
bet
10
that?
touches.
You wanna
We said
bet
10
that?
touches. I just
I bet that he has more than 10 touches.
No.
He averages
averaged
10 touches per game.
I will bet that.
You think
I'll
he's
bet
fine?
that.
You think he's signed to play with
Look,
us?
look at you.
Thank you.
264 carries.
So you don't think he's going to have?
He
You don't
got
think
the
he's
ball.
going to have?
Look, listen.
Touches, passes, and carries per game?
People that don't know football.
a game.
264
Oh my
rushes.
God.
Game.
You niggas sound stupid.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many rushes 264
You don't think he's going
is?
to catch?
He got this. He got this 264 times.
Per game?
264
A
times.
game.
His
How
longest
many
rush
carries
was
did Jarrell
19
Williams
yards. It's
How many
no
touches did Jarrell Williams
excuse.
get?
It's no
How many
excuse,
did he
bro. None.
Tell me.
He probably gets about 7.
No excuse.
Okay.
You think that Levy's not that much better than 7?
Oh my God.
But
You're Sison
Hey,
Levy.
you're Sison
Levy's
Levy.
done.
He's done?
so you think
But
Darrell?
they wanted him. Why did they want a player that's done?
They
Why,
wanted
son?
him. They're taking a chance. How
You
many,
act like- you act
how many
like they
people
gave
take
him-
chances on players that don't do shit?
All right, let's move forward.
Move
We
forward.
get
How many times
we
do
get
those
too
players
deep.
not
We
pan
get too
out?
deep into this
Move
How
conversation.
many times do
We
those
getting
players
too
not
deep into
pan
this
out in Andy Reid's offense? How many times?
Look, Sean McCoy, like John said, he didn't pan out.
At what age?
Levy's 28, bruh.
How old is LaShawn McCoy?
But Sean McCoy been there for
Shut up, nigga!
For 2 years.
You sound stupid. Like, son, what are you saying?
so-
LaShawn McCoy said.
All right, I'm done with you. 'Cause you-
We moving
I'm
forward.
done.
We
I'm done.
moving forward. We
You're
moving
done with
forward.
me. How
Yeah.
old is LaShawn McCoy?
Look at you.
Look it up. Here's your phone.
264
Here's your phone.
rushes.
Here's your phone.
264 rushes.
Here's
19
your phone.
yards.
Here's your phone, son.
19 yards. He didn't have a game
Yo,
over 100
let's-
yards.
Pick up
Let's
your
move
phone.
forward.
Pick up your phone.
You're
and tell
one
me-
of the best
and tell
running
me-
backs in the league,
Pick
but you don't
up
have
your
over
phone.
100
Pick up
yards.
your phone. Nobody said Levy was the
And
best running back in the league.
264
No one said.
And 264 rushes.
No one
Your
said-
longest rush is 19 yards.
No one said that Levy was the best.
You
running
got the
back
ball.
In the league.
Somebody
No one
handed
said
you the
that.
ball 264
No one said
times.
Hold on.
And the longest you ran was 19 yards.
Hold
That's
on.
no excuse.
Hold on,
I don't
hold
care
on.
who you play for in the league.
You're just yelling.
You got the ball. Nigga, what were you just doing?
You're just
Shut the
yelling.
fuck up.
No one said that Levy was the best
Dog,
running
you
back
about
in
to
the
make me
league.
mad, dog.
No one was the best
Let's
running back
move
in the
on.
league.
Let's
Let's
move on.
move on.
Let's move on.
No, we gotta move on. We gotta move on, y'all. Y'all, we gotta move on. We'll do that.
264 rushes.
We must stay.
If you play football out there
Hey,
and
bro.
you're not just
Bro.
a fantasy
Bro.
guy, 264 rushes.
The Jets have a
They
52.
handed you the ball 264 times.
The Jets
And your
have a-
longest run was 19 yards.
The Jets
It's
have
no
a-
excuse.
The Jets have a
I don't give a fuck
52%
who you
chance
play for.
at getting the number one pick.
Move on.
They're the worst team in the league.
But you just had a guy that rushed.
Guys.
What are you saying?
What about the guy
What
that
are you
rushed for
saying?
longer than 19
Levy's
yards?
not in the game when that happens. He's not in the game. They're getting dogged.
Do you hear this?
They're down 24-0.
Yo.
Oh, he's not in the game. Okay.
Why wasn't Michael
Yo,
P.
we
Ryan
got
or Frank
to
Gore in the
move
game?
forward.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because they're getting dogged.
Come on, guys. Come on, y'all.
Because
For
they're
real.
getting dogged.
He wants to continue
Because
with
they're
this. I
getting
don't know why.
dogged.
Y'all, let's move forward.
Because I'm stating facts.
You're saying in fact.
I'm
I
stating
just
facts.
told you the number one
I'm
fact.
stating facts.
264,
Bruh.
19 yards.
Here's the
It's
thing.
nothing else
Here's the thing.
that needs to be talked about.
P.
0-100-yard rushing games.
He's gonna
Nothing
have-
else.
He's gonna
What are
have
you
a
talking
carry.
about?
Y'all.
Danny, what are you talking about in your mind? What
So
you
do-
think is
do you
going to
wanna-
happen?
do you wanna
I'm
bet?
talking about what happened,
Do you want
Twan.
to bet that he has a carry longer than 20 yards?
I'm talking about what happened,
Do you want to
Twan.
bet?
He had 264 rushes.
And yet-
None went longer than
and yet-
19 yards.
And yet, folks,
That's it.
I have not. My hand has not been shaking. So do you?
That, folks.
So do you want to?
All
Do you want to
all
bet?
We're
We
moving.
That he has a
gotta
carry-
move on, y'all.
Do
We
you
going
want to
to-
bet that he has a carry longer than 20 yards in the Kansas City
No,
offense?
this dog.
Do you want to bet? Do you want to bet that he has a carry longer than 20 yards? Do you want to bet that he has a carry longer than 20 yards in Kansas City offense? Mad face. Nothing.
You should be mad because your man sucks.
Nothing, nigga. Because nobody's running for that.
Listen,
and fucking Adam Gase is off.
Somebody just did it last week, Twan.
Nigga, in garbage time. Levy's not in there.
And they did it.
Levy's not in there.
Of course he's not in there, Twan.
Who would have started running back to the Jets?
Of course he's not in there. He's not with the Jets no more. And somebody had one rush for longer than 19 yards. Your man had 264 carries and couldn't do it.
All of that. I need it.
What are you talking about?
Who would have started running backs for the Jets, Sean? Sean.
You're asking irrelevant questions.
Who would have started running back? How is that irrelevant? Who would have started running backs for the Jets? Who? LaMichael Piron and Frank Gore. Was that LaMichael Piron and Frank Gore that had a rush for longer than 20 yards?
No, so that makes it worse for your man.
That makes it worse because they were getting dogged and they put the backup in.
So they weren't getting dogged when Levy was in there
no more.
So
they weren't playing anymore because they're getting dogged.
That's why he's not playing anymore.
The team sucks.
Maybe because he hasn't had to rush over 19 yards. That's why he's not with them anymore.
Hold on, real quick. Before we move on to the before we move on,
I'm done with it.
Hey. So everybody out there, do the Jets win a game this year?
Has a player had to rush longer than 19 yards this year? Yes. Levy couldn't do it in 264 carries.
Put it like this.
Like, what don't you see?
Put it like this. Do the Jets win a game this year? Do the Jets win a game this year?
Yeah.
Jets win a game this
year? Let Twan get the final word.
I'm not even.
Do the Jets win a game this year?
That's all you wanted.
Do the Jets win a game this year?
Fucking guy.
Do they?
Like,
do they?
I'm not even on it
Do
right
they?
now.
No, nigga. They don't.
No, nigga.
They don't.
All right, now moving.
Let's
forward.
go.
Downgrade.
Why are you happy?
Devin Singletary.
They don't win the game.
Then we're going to wide receivers. Mccoy Hardman versus Denver. I'm sitting him. Jarvis Landry versus Cincinnati. Sitting him. Downgrade. Juju Smith.
Why are you sitting Jarvis
Shoot.
Landry?
What is he showing you to keep him in there? What is he showing you? And they're going against Tennessee. No, they're going against Cincinnati. They're going against Cincinnati, bad defense. But what has Mayfield done to really even
I agree with Juju.
validate
I agree with Juju.
Jarvis Landry's production?
I agree with downgrading Juju. But have you looked at Jarvis Landry's games?
Have I looked at their games? Have I seen no production out of him? Yes. Look, I'm just going to show it to you.
4 catches, 88 against Indiana. 3 catches, 40 against Pittsburgh. A good defense. He's playing Cincinnati. They suck.
And they played Cincinnati.
Suck.
And they played Cincinnati in week 2. And what did he do?
Suck.
And he played Cincinnati in week 2. And
That's
what did he
week
do?
2. That's why
What did he do?
everybody's giving
What did he do?
acclimated
What did he do?
Okay. Don't start
3
Jarvis.
receptions, 46
Don't start Jarvis.
receiving yards.
Don't start Jarvis. So what's your prediction for Jarvis Landry? What's a good week? What is a good week?
What's a good week for him? Man, if he got over 10 to 12 points would be good for him. But do I think he gets that this week versus Cincinnati? No, I don't think he gets that.
I bet that. I bet you that Jarvis Landry has more than 10 points.
I'll say 12.
Okay, you say 12 points and you're saying start sitting him. I'm not understanding.
Please want to bet
I'm
on
not
everything.
understanding that. That makes no sense to me. There we go. What's next? What's next? Let's move on to what's next.
Let's move on. All right, let's move
to
on.
what's next.
That's it. We will go back and review this.
I agree with that. I agree with Rob Gronkowski, Jimmy Graham. I agree with that. Hayden Hurst against Detroit. Okay. Do you know all the games that?
Is this your sit-ems, nigga? Come on, dog.
Nigga, what are you saying? What are you saying? Nigga, I'm going off the list that I'm seeing.
But this is not your list to talk about.
What are you saying? Nigga, I'm on this podcast too.
All right.
Look. I'm not understanding. Like, okay, I agree with Rob. I agree with Jimmy Graham. I know what you're about to say. Hayden Hurst. All the games that Hayden Hurst has played with Julio Jones. Have you seen the stats? Have you seen the stats of all the games that Julio Jones has played with Hayden Hurst, what his numbers look like, that opens up everything? Nobody's keying on Hayden Hurst.
Okay, he had a solid stat line last week. He had a touchdown, 4 receptions, 57 yards.
And what did
that's good. But that's why I have him as a downgrade. Downgrade, like we said, downgrade is okay. You would go with him, but be cautious with it. Am I confident that he's going to go out and have a great game? No. But would I start him? Would if I had to start him? Would I start him then? Yeah, I would. I mean, but I would downgrade his production. I wouldn't be too high on him. But he's not a sit-him. He's a downgrade.
Respect.
He's a downgrade.
Respect.
Yeah.
I
so
respect that.
So
I respect that.
let's move forward. Let's move forward to the defenses. Cleveland Browns versus Cincinnati. Iffy about it, but I'm just not. I'm not feeling them. Like I'm not feeling them. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I want to say high scoring, but I'm iffy with it. I wouldn't start them. I mean, it looks good on paper.
I don't know about that Cleveland and Cincinnati game.
Yeah, I got them as a sit them though. And then Green Bay going against Houston. That to me is going to be a shootout. So I wouldn't trust Green Bay. I think Desean Watson, he's been hot as of late, and I think he's going to continue that. Tennessee versus Pittsburgh. You got Deontay Johnson coming back. We already spoke on Juju. I just think that it's not a good week to start Tennessee's defense. But they have a solid defense, but it's not the week. It's not the week. I wouldn't touch them. But that wraps up the stardom sit-ems for the week. And we'll move forward off of that. We got our bold predictions.
I got a bold prediction. I do. I got Right. You right. Yeah. Do your thing, Tweez. At this point, you just do your thing. But I think DJ Moore finishes top 10 wide receivers. And the only reason why I think DJ Moore finishes with top 10 wide receivers is because I think that given the game script, I think that they'll be down big against New Orleans. I think they'll be big. I think they'll be down big against New Orleans. I think Teddy's going to be like having to scramble, throw to DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore might be the beneficiary of those downfield passes from Teddy Bridgewater. I think that's my bold prediction. Like to where like there's going to be a lot of just for this week. I think that I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to look at DJ Moore, who had 11 targets last week. He's going to have a better week than people think. And trust me, I'm trying to move DJ Moore, but it's one of the weeks to where I think they're going to be down. No Christian McCaffrey this week. Christian McCaffrey's not coming back this week. So I think that DJ Moore is going to be in there this week. That's it. I think DJ Moore is going to be the beneficiary of them being down.
All right, I guess I'll go next. I'm still on that. I'm still hype on that Julio showing. So I'm gonna stick with my man. Like, yeah, he had 29 last week. He went for 137 receiving yards. But I'm gonna go out there on the limb and say that he's gonna go for 200 coming up this week for 2 touchdowns. Some people might think that's not a bold prediction, but they say, okay, it's Julio. He has the potential to do that, but he's getting up there in age. I mean, 200, that's a lot of receiving yards. I mean, and then 2 touchdowns on top of that. I'm going to go on the limb and say that he pulls that off. I think he has 2 back-to-back great games. And I'm going 30-plus fantasy points this week. That should put him over 30. You're talking about 20 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. That's over 30 fantasy points. So I think he tops what he did last week. That's my bold prediction.
All right. My bold prediction. Fuck this guy to the left of me. My bold prediction is that Jarvis Landry is top 10 this week in receiving. Not receiving, but wide receiver points for fantasy. Top 10. Cincinnati, they're not good against slot receivers. So I feel like if Jarvis Landry is going to do anything this year, if he's going to show any promise, this is the week. So top 10 for Jarvis Landry. That's my bold prediction.
All right, y'all. This has been a good one. Interesting show. But we're going to wrap it up, man. Once again, y'all, follow us on The Fantasy with SJT, our IG page.
Hey, Demo, I feel you, guys. Feel you, Demo.
We're getting what Deion said. What do you say?
Nah. I just know what Demo is on.
What you doing?
I know what Demo is on.
All right, y'all. But like I said, follow us on The Fantasy with SJT. Also, subscribe to It's Nation TV. Hit the like button. hit the notification bell so you can get all the updates right when they come out. And we're gonna see y'all next week, man. More one love.
One love. Deuces.
Wear your mask. Hey, ain't no bullshit.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Please.
Hey,
please.
be cautious of who you bring into your home. 100%. We're not gonna talk about that. But listen. Be cautious of who you bring into your home. Be cautious of everything. Wear your mask. Stay safe, y'all. We love you.
Yep. Deuces.
Ever try to go on Levy, nigga? Fuck you mean, nigga? I'm gonna always defend my guy. Fuck you, nigga. Don't try to go on Levy, nigga. Fuck you. And we always. Hey, son. The one thing that everybody's gonna know is that we're